I used to have a travel channel. Years ago, I was hitchhiking, taking trains, buses, boats, cheap flights, meeting strangers, sleeping in strange places, and trying to see as much of the world as possible. I thought the channel was about travel, but after COVID, a PhD, career uncertainty, and a few years of real life hitting hard, I realized something. This channel was never just about travel. It was about freedom. Freedom to move, freedom to choose, freedom to live deliberately instead of sleepwalking through life. So today I'm restarting this channel, but with a deeper purpose. When I started making videos, I was mostly filming adventures. Hitchhiking to Azerbaijan, traveling through Morocco, exploring strange places, markets, mountains, cities, and countries I had never seen before. It was raw, it was imperfect, sometimes the camera quality was bad, sometimes the sound was terrible, but it was alive. I loved the feeling that the world was open, that life could be bigger than the routine most of us are told to follow. Study, work, pay bills, wait for holidays, repeat. Travel gave me a different question. What if life doesn't have to be designed around waiting? What if freedom is something you can actually build? Then COVID happened, borders closed, travel stopped, plans disappeared. And like many people, I had to face the question, who am I when the adventure stops? During that period, I was doing my PhD in physics, I was working on research, trying to build a future, trying to survive uncertainty, and trying to figure out what kind of life I actually wanted. On paper, I was moving forward, but internally I started asking deeper questions. Not just where do I want to travel next, but what kind of person do I want to become? How do I build financial freedom? How do I stay healthy for the long game? How do I create a life that is not only safe but alive? Because safety is important. A life can be safe but still feel small. Over the last few years, my interests changed, or maybe they become clearer. I became deeply interested in financial independence, long-term investing, health, longevity, stoicism, and first principle thinking. Not as abstract ideas, but as tools for life. Money is not the goal. Freedom is the goal. Health is not only about looking better. Health is a foundation that gives you energy to live fully. Travel is not just about collecting countries. Travel is a way to understand people, cultures, yourself, and what is possible. And first principles are about asking what is actually true, what do I really want, what am I doing just because everyone else does it. This is a new direction of this channel. Travel is still here, but now travel is part of a bigger story. The bigger story is building freedom by design. Right now I'm in an interesting chapter of life. I have traveled to more than 60 countries, and I still want to visit every country in the world. But I'm also waiting for my Australian citizenship process before I commit to long-term travel again. So part of me could say, wait, start later, start when everything is ready, start when life is perfect. But I don't believe in waiting for the perfect moment anymore. Because life is happening now. I don't need to be fully free to start building freedom. I don't need to be rich to start thinking like an investor. I don't need to be in perfect health to start taking health seriously. And you don't need to be traveling full time to live with curiosity, courage, and intention. So this channel is my experiment. An experiment in building an extraordinary life while still dealing with real constraints. Career uncertainty, money, health, immigration, relationships, energy, time, fear, discipline. All the real stuff. So what can you expect here? Travel stories from past and future, lessons from visiting different countries, financial independence and value investing ideas, health and longevity experiments, first principles life design, reflects on work, freedom, identity, and building a life that actually feels meaningful. I'm not here to pretend I have everything figured out. I don't. This is not a guru channel. This is a field notebook, a public experiment. A journey of a physicist, long-term investor, and traveler trying to build freedom, health, and an extraordinary life, one decision at a time. So yes, I'm restarting my travel channel after COVID. But it's no longer just a travel channel. It is about freedom through travel, health, money, and first principles. Because life is too short to sleepwalk. And the world is too big to live on autopilot. If the idea speaks to you, welcome.